Today, I'm here with Adam, one of Roost's rock stars. And by rock, I mean Robotic Operations Center. Adam builds automations or workflows for customers. A customer will bring Adam a process that's been documented, and then Adam uses Roost's workflow canvas and many integrations to make that manual process automated. Today, Adam's going to show me a workflow that I asked him to build yesterday. I'm throwing a Christmas party, but I want to control who's coming. I'm going to ask everyone to fill out a form so that I know what food to ask my lovely wife to help me make. Adam's going to show off the automation that he's built. Adam, can you walk me through that?
Sure, thanks, Nathan. So whenever someone asks me to build an automation for them that uses a form, my process is always to start with the actual form itself rather than the workflow to make sure that I know what kind of information is being gathered. So I've tried to make this form with the user filling it out in mind, making it easy to fill out whilst making sure you get all the information you asked for. We don't want users having to fill things out that you already have access to, for instance, their email address or their mobile number. So if we have a look at the actual form, we've tried to use existing integrations. So this field here looks at the Microsoft 365 integration and will pull a list of the users direct from their tenant. Then we're doing some checks for whether they're vegan, whether they have some allergies, and we'll see when we actually go to the form itself what kind of fields we can show here. So it's important to say that some of these allow for custom input. So for allergies, for instance, whilst we have a list of the most common, you will be able to add more if yours doesn't appear in the list. Likewise, we have required fields. So everyone needs to have a favorite dish, you said. So therefore, we've made sure that they have to fill this in. And again, we'll see this in the proper form, how that's actually shown. And one of the things you asked for was to know or make sure that your in-laws didn't get to the right event. So we've asked for a specific field that says what relation they are to you. We also have a field at the end here, which only has a single option. Now, this is important because we can have a auto-populate field. So if there's only one item in the list, it will automatically fill that field without your user having to fill it in. So this is the actual form itself. And we can see here that this field is required for their name and has the blue drop down, meaning that it's pulling from an integration. When we pull this down, we have a list of all of the users. So let's say that Dwight Schrute is the person filling in this form. They are vegan. And you can see that we've automatically set these two fields down here to the vegan options. They do have allergies, which then shows the allergies box via a conditional field. They are allergic to nuts, wheat, and also fish. Then we're going to fill in our favorite side, which obviously has to be Yorkshire pudding. And they are going to be immediate family. And you can see here that this field automatically filled itself in. And then we will hit submit. So you asked us to email confirmation of their menu once they'd hit submit on the form. So this is a template we've used, which allows for certain formatting as well as variables that we can put into the template rather than you having to type it manually. So we've used the user's name, we've used Markdown, and we've used HTML to generate this form. And we've also set certain fields to only show if, for instance, that vegan option was checked to specify that they've chosen, but all of the options are going to be vegan. And likewise for the address, we've specified that if the family relation are in-laws, we're going to send the wrong address to them, so that they end up somewhere totally different. So this is the workflow itself that actually runs the automation. So we start at the top here with begin. We go off and get all of the user information from the person that entered the form, in this case as user details. And then we check what relation the person was in the form. And if they are an in-law, like we said, we're going to send an email address with the wrong party address. If they are anyone else, we're going to send the correct email with the correct address and all of their menu options. Then you can see here, this is what actually gets sent to Dwight as an email. So we can see the rendered template markdown. We can see the options he chose. We've confirmed that all of his options are vegan and that he has the additional allergy to fish. And we're sending the correct address so he knows where to go. We've also given his mobile number so that if we need to call him, he knows what we'll call him on.
Thanks, Adam, so much. The most amazing thing about Roost is you don't need to know any of this. As a Roost customer, you talk us through your process and the Roc builds the automation for you. Or if you're smart like Adam, you tell the Roc what to build and you build all your own automations, even if that's a way to stop your in-laws from visiting you for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you.